I think the reason why I featured Gendun Chöpel was that by portraying Gendun Chöpel, it allows me to look at Tibet in a different light. Because normally people see in Tibet either this kind of paradise, this Shangri-La, or they would say that the Chinese destroyed everything of this former paradise. And I think that both visions of this Tibet are wrong. I mean, Tibet was not a paradise at all. It was a very complicated country with a lot of problems. And through Gendun Chöpel, I hope to really show these contradictions, to present a person who was trying to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity, and also giving hope for a younger generation of Tibetans living on the Chinese rule and in exile in India and Switzerland and in many other places. That's a difficult question to answer. I would say, since it was a project that lasted for such a long time, the most difficult thing was probably to keep the energy, to always believe in the project, to always believe that in the end it will be finished. Because there were times during the editing, also during the shooting, where I thought it's never going to end. I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I certainly have many, but right now I remember one, and that's funny in a certain way, because we always thought that it's going to be very, very difficult to shoot in Tibet, but the problems were not in Tibet, but in India. We got arrested once when we were shooting a bridge in Kolkata. And as you probably know, in India, it's forbidden to shoot bridges, train stations, airports, and these kind of things. So we started shooting this beautiful bridge in Kolkata, and had an idea how to do it, and then the cameraman was arrested by the police, who said, "You're not allowed to shoot the bridge." So they confiscated the camera. We went to the police station, but it turned out to be no problem, because the police officer at the station was very open towards culture and films, and in the end he said, "Just go on, continue with the shooting." I never really thought of a message when I was thinking of doing the film, but if there is a kind of message in the film, I would say it is that for every society, be it Korean society, be it Swiss society, American society, Japanese society, it's important to have these kind of figures like Gendun Chöpel, who are somehow ahead of their time, have ideas that might not be able to be digested at the time, but they sort of project into the future. And I think for every society it's important to be very generous towards these kind of figures, because they seem to have a kind of sensitivity that could open our minds and be more, how can I say, more open for possible changes in the future.